Hey, good day and energy to everybody. So in this video, I just want to talk a little bit about how, love has helped me solve the problems with Little Bear. The dog that, me and my buddies have been taking care of. And, we got him initially and, he was just like a normal, pretty normal puppy, just lots of energy, very friendly, wanting to run around, meet everybody. And, it was a lot of work and a lot of responsibility and stuff, but no, other than him being a little wild, there was no he didn't look like he'd been seriously abused or hurt or anything was super wrong with him or anything. But yeah, about 6 months ago or so, we started having really violent attacks. Little Bear would violently attack us, and I know that's on me as being his number one, essentially a parent in this world. I'm the one who's responsible for him, and I have neglected him. I've neglected him, and it's been, I can't even imagine how painful it's been for him. That's what really hurts my heart sometimes when I think about like the agony he must be inside of himself to feel that he needs to lash out like that to the people that he lives with and have been feeding him and taking him on walks, and to know that even with all of that going on and all of us, all the attention that we do spend on him, that it still led to a point to where he felt so horribly imbalanced that he had to lash out and attack us and let him know, like, hey, something's not right here, it needs to change. And that change was me. I needed to change. I was there was a lot of things going on in my personal life with my friends. We weren't always seeing, me and my friends weren't seeing eye to eye, and this was with Joshua, and me and Joshua had gotten Little Bear together, so that, because me and him weren't in the best relationship, or as friendly as I'd like to be, or as connected on the same page and how we go about doing things as I'd like to be, it created friction with my relationship with Little Bear. And then I started to get resentful because I thought that, essentially, I thought we were going to take care of him together, and it ended up being me mainly taking care of him. And then it's like, yeah, but we're in the middle of the city, and I never wanted to get a dog in the middle of the city. And it's just these type of thoughts, you got to be really careful with the thoughts you continue to focus on in your head, no matter, even, be careful with justification too, because that's why a lot of those thoughts kept permeating in my mind with such a high degree of intensity, because I kept on focusing on them. I kept on being like, oh, this isn't right, it's not fair, it shouldn't be like this is baloney, it's I'm just not being okay with what challenges I had in front of me. And I kept on fighting the challenges, and my negativity towards everything, towards Little Bear, towards my buddy in New Orleans, Joshua, towards myself, just the whole situation was getting really dark, and I was really negative and going crazy. Like, just anger was just reaching some really scary heights. And it's just, it manifested into violence. It manifested into my dog that I was taking care of, or I say my dog, but the dog I was taking care of. He started attacking me and my family pretty viciously. So that's on me. All that negative energy, all that hate, all that rage, all that red fiery pain and injustice and complaining and victimhood and all that shit, I just kept on paying attention to it, just feeding it and feeding it and feeding it and feeding it, and sure enough, it came back and bit my ass, and I deserved it, and it's on top of that, like, it got me really thinking about how miserable Little Bear is, and I'm sitting here trying to help save the world with love, and help show the world what you can do with hemp and possibly cure cancer and these things. And at the same time, I've been trying to take care of an animal that's attacking me, and I was really kind of at a loss for a while as to what to do. I tried calling a trainer and spoke with him, and I spent many hours looking into training videos, and that stuff is all good, and I think ultimately it was love. It was me just realizing that I had developed so much negative energy into this particular situation and this being and this whole situation, that I now needed to and I also came to the conclusion that, you know, the biting's gotten so bad that if I were to take him to a shelter or something like that, there's a good chance that he'd be put down. So now it's like, life or death. It's life or death. Like, I've got to learn how to, you know, love this situation, myself, my place in it, and this animal, and find some harmony with all these things right here and now, you know, or it's not going to be good news. And so, yeah, I just kept loving. I just kept looking at dog videos, just going from one dog trainer to another, to another, just trying to figure out little tricks, little things I can learn to help make him happier, to help build our relationship up, to help build some trust, to help, you know, pay more attention to love. And eventually it paid off. It really did. You know, I kept walking him more. I let him, when you walk your dogs, it's really important to let them smell the bushes and the areas that are around, you know, for a good amount of time, not forever, because they will, little bear will stay there forever sometimes, it feels like, but let them smell for, you know, I try to do at least 15, 30 seconds, you know, a little bit longer if you can. It can be hard sometimes when you live in a city and, you know, you're always standing in front of people's houses, but you do the best you can. That has really helped, letting him smell more, because I was just kind of like rushing him through the walk because I don't want to sit here and let him smell. I mean, you know, these little things, they really have a big impact. And if you have other negative things that are going along with that negative thing, it just builds up into a crescendo. So, you know, you got to be careful with how you treat things and how you treat yourself and how you treat others. But anyway, you know, back to the positive, you know, the good news of the story. You know, eventually Little Bear has stopped attacking us to such a high degree. I did have a little flare up, I think almost a week ago now, but since then we haven't had anything. And even that flare up, you know, he backed off. Like, he initially bit me, and then he did this little growl thing, and then he would normally come in for like another bite, but no, he didn't. He decided to back off at that moment. Then I think later that day, him and my mom had a little altercation, but he had a chance to bite her. Like, and the younger Little Bear, he probably would have bit her, or at least attempted to, but he didn't. He was right there, right next to my mom's hand. She had him in a close proximity, and he was growling, and, you know, he still managed to resist himself. So he's growing, he's learning, he's responding to the love. You know, he's very, you know, when he's very sweet. Like, when he's in that loving mind frame, like, he'll come up to you and cuddle you. He's actually laying right here, right next to me right now. I know he wants to go on his walk, so that's probably one of the reasons, but he's feeling more comfortable. And that means that, you know, the relationship, the trust has been built up a little bit better. And it goes back to love, you know, and love is this 4-letter word that we use for a lot of things, but for me, it's just my good attention, my good care, my good energy, my good responsibility towards anything that I'm doing, whether it's myself, whether it's an object, whether it's another life form, whether it's an idea. Just love, just care, just attention, energy. This is the powerful force that we all have the ability to choose what we do with, and it means a lot. It means a lot. And there's a lot of forces that are trying to sway that attention a certain way, you know, and I've just come here to say that be careful with where you sway your attention, because if it's into that negative frequency, if it's into that bad frequency, if it's into that unhealthy frequency, you will become that. So, and it will come, well, I mean, when I say you will become that, it will come back at you. And when it comes back at you, you will then absorb some of that. And depending on where you're at, if you're not able to kind of check yourself and be like, whoa, I need to take a step back and, you know, revert my direction another way, you can become that even more. You can continue to fall into that pit of, you know, hell or darkness, whatever it is to you. And that'll be your path, you know, until you decide to change your ways. So yeah, just, you know, be careful. And, you know, I say careful, but just use wisdom, use discernment, know what you're getting yourself into. You know, having an animal, having another life form is a huge responsibility. You know, taking care of life, you know, and even yourself is a huge responsibility. And, you know, the more good attention you put into it, the better results you're going to get. So, all right, that being said, I love y'all. Hope you guys have a great day, and take care, and much good energy, love, and peace to y'all. All right, goodbye.